Right now at 5, Governor Evers taking on potholes around La Crosse, how he's utilizing a temporary repair to highlight his budget proposals.
And some new homes could soon spring up in Holmen. News 8 Now's Grace Monk looks at how many could be built just ahead.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Governor Evers in the Coulee region for his pothole patrol tour.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergott was there and has the story.
Earlier today, Governor Tony Evers and local leaders were out in La Crosse working on fixing the roads. Although wet weather complicated the road repairs, Evers didn't let rain stop his pothole patrol tour.
A beautiful day in La Crosse and always great to be here.
The governor used the hands-on event to highlight the need for infrastructure funding, saying strong roads are crucial for business.
You know, it's a safety issue, but it's also an economic issue. And we have to have good infrastructure, and that means good roads in order to make sure that people can move their product from point A to point B.
Evers proposed billions of dollars for infrastructure-related projects in his executive budget, including more than $2.6 billion for the State Highway Rehabilitation Program.
It's one of the few things that I think is a bipartisan issue in the state of Wisconsin, and hopefully it'll remain one.
A Republican-led committee voted to remove a number of his transportation proposals, but he's confident they'll be able to reach an agreement.
We're meeting with folks on a pretty regular basis, and we're hopeful that there will be a good solution to the budget.
Now, Governor Evers did say that he will announce if he's running for re-election after the state budget is finalized. Reporting in La Crosse, Allison Fergott, News 8 Now.
And we also asked the governor if he's close to an agreement on the tax cut proposed by Senate Republicans.
They have a huge tax cut, a huge tax cut that impacts a lot of rich people in a really good way from their point of view. It's all about middle class tax cuts for us, and so we're still working on that. I think we will find some solutions.
Evers has previously said he won't consider a standalone tax cut legislation, and it should be included in the state budget.
Well, the ongoing construction projects are causing many of us to add some extra time to our daily commutes, but it's also having an impact on wildlife. Take a look at this. A flock of ducks had to take the long way to get across the street. The mother and her ducklings walked right past our studio and eventually got down the block. And don't I know it, we've been going through all types of dirt and roundabouts just trying to get inside the office. Hopefully it'll ease up soon.
Yeah. It'll be going for a little while yet. 6th Street looks pretty torn up, and feeling for those ducks right now because it's a much longer journey.
Look at that. They're just following the mother duck. They probably love this weather, Greg. Don't ducks love the rainy weather?
I think so, but yeah.
Our resident duck expert.
Yeah. So, yeah, we still got showers. The good news is the showers are coming to an end for the most part. They'll still be for some areas this evening and a little bit overnight, but really depends on where you're at for tonight that we're going to see the shower activity continue. So, high temperatures today, mainly in the 60s, even 50s, because we had that overnight rain that's this morning, so we had cloud cover persist a little bit longer than yesterday. We had some breaks today, so some of the temperatures did get back in the 60s this afternoon, but all in all, a little cooler than we saw for yesterday. Rain amounts very light. Anything in that green, you're less than 2.2 or 10 to 2/10. Some of the areas in blue got up to about a quarter, a little bit more, but all in all, very light rainfall and a lot of activity still persisting, but it's mainly along I-94 and north where you see steadier amounts of maybe some light rain, more spotty showers as you go further south, even in Crawford County too. And that's really going to be the trend this evening, kind of wrapping around that low, which is now kind of situated to our south. So we're kind of on the north side of that. So all in all, really, if you're along I-94, you're probably going to see more of the shower activity persist. If you're further south, it's really hit and miss. Besides Crawford County and adjacent areas in Iowa, we'll continue to see that, and that will persist throughout the evening. Not going to see much of an uptick or really a little bit of a decrease overnight, but it's not totally going to end as we go throughout the nighttime. And temperatures overall throughout the night, we're going to get back into the 50s with that showers kind of diminishing, but not totally out of the picture through the morning commute with temperatures back in the 40s. Later on, we'll kind of break down the mild conditions that are going to be coming throughout and how long we're going to see these mild, even warmer conditions too. And if we might see maybe a 90 next week, well, we'll break that down a bit later.
That would be quite the heat wave right there. Thanks, Greg. A La Crosse man sentenced to more than 7 years in federal prison for running a meth distribution operation. 59-year-old Tudeng Tao was arrested in January of 24 after officers found roughly a pound of the drug in his car. 6 months prior to his arrest, investigators say Tao had distributed roughly 12 pounds of the illegal substance across the country. Tao's wife also sentenced to 5 years probation for her role in assisting Tao.
Police are investigating a drive-by shooting in Winona County, and they need your help. They say 3 homes in Rolling Stone were hit by gunfire Saturday night, but no one was hurt. Investigators are looking for a dark-colored SUV. Crime Stoppers is offering $500 for any information. Call the Winona County Sheriff's Office if you know anything.
Well, new homes are coming to the village of Holmen.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us with the details on their latest developments. Grace.
More than 350 single-family home lots will be available in Holmen this summer. 270 lots will be built south of Prairie View Elementary School. 90 more will be built north of Holmen High School. Holmen is one of the fastest-growing municipalities in western Wisconsin. Since 2010, the village has built over 2,000 new housing units. The La Crosse Area Realtors Association president says bringing new housing to Holmen can help address the housing shortage.
The new construction are typically second or third time buyers that are moving up. It does create homes that are more affordable for the entry level.
Petrich says the average cost of a new home in Holmen is between $400,000 and $500,000. The new homes are expected to start going up in July. In the newsroom, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Grace. Western Wisconsin's congressman says President Trump's big, beautiful bill does not make cuts to Medicaid or SNAP. Derek Van Orden voted for the bill that passed the House narrowly last week. Nonpartisan agencies like the Congressional Budget Office say at least 8 million people will lose health care coverage due to the bill's changes to Medicaid work requirements. Van Orden says those requirements will only cut waste, fraud, and abuse of the system.
Able-bodied adults without dependents have to work 20 hours a week, look for a job 20 hours a week, have job training 20 hours a week, or educate themselves or be educated, go to an education program for a job 20 hours a week. Not too much to ask. That's going to save a tremendous amount of money.
Coming up at 6, state Democrats and Medicaid recipients responding to Van Orden's comments.
Great Rivers United Way announcing $1.5 million in mental health grants this morning. The Onalaska-based nonprofit revealed the recipients of its first ever community mental well-being grant cycle. The funding, $500,000 a year for 3 years, will go to local agencies working on mental health initiatives. One organization says the grants will also help encourage collaboration in the Coulee region.
It involves volunteer support and just the individual, but it also involves all the other agencies, their resources, making good referrals, and finding those things that'll help strengthen and support our families.
The grants were split up between 23 different Coulee region organizations, including Coulee CAP, the Parenting Place, and the La Crosse Area Family YMCA.
President Trump giving a new timeline on when he expects a peace deal with Russia to be brokered. The latest on the high-stakes negotiations just ahead.
And Pope Leo is now officially on his own stamp. How much they cost just ahead.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to La Crosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra.
Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in. Trade it in. The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in. Trade it in. If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in. Trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
Trade it in.
If nagging, persistent joint pain has upended your life, listen, there's a solution for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics uses a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, hips, and more. QC Kinetics targets the source of your pain, not just the symptoms. Thousands of patients have experienced life-changing results, and they're right here. Find out if you're a candidate for this game-changing therapy. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation.
I've been an electrician for over 20 years, and I work in solar because these jobs pay well. I'm a Republican, but now I'm seeing Republicans in Washington trying to eliminate jobs like mine.
Congressman Derek Van Orden just voted to cut clean energy production. It'll kill thousands of jobs in our state, all to give the super rich another tax cut.
Congressman, you turned your back on us. That's not leadership. That's selling us out.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
President Trump speaking with reporters on this afternoon, expressing confidence that the U.S. is on the verge of striking deals to end 2 wars in Europe and the Middle East and to stop Iran from creating a nuclear weapon. Erica Brown has more details from the White House.
President Trump delivered a timeline to determine whether Russia is serious about a peace deal with Ukraine.
Do you still believe that Putin actually wants to end the war?
I can't tell you that, but I'll let you know in about 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, we're going to find out very soon.
Trump also said he was disappointed with the drone and rocket attacks Russia launched on Ukrainian cities this week. He says a peace deal is urgently needed to save lives.
There are only 2 outcomes. You know what the 2 outcomes is: a smart outcome and there's a violent outcome, and I don't think anybody wants to see the second.
Russia's foreign minister said they have a peace memorandum to present to Ukraine at the next round of talks they've proposed in Turkey next week. The president was also optimistic about a ceasefire deal in Gaza. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff said a new proposal could be delivered as early as today.
I have some very good feelings about getting to a long-term resolution, temporary ceasefire, and a long-term resolution, a peaceful resolution.
Speaking about ongoing U.S. talks with Iran, the president acknowledged he warned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during a phone call last week not to attack Iran.
Well, I'd like to be honest. Yes, I did.
Trump said any deal with Iran to end its nuclear program would be very strong.
Well, we can go in with inspectors, we can take whatever we want, we can blow up whatever we want, but nobody getting killed.
If a deal can be reached, Iran's nuclear chief says they might allow U.S. inspectors at their nuclear facilities. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
President Donald Trump pardoning 2 reality stars, Todd and Julie Chrisley. In 2022, the pair went to prison for $36 million in fraud and tax evasion. Trump shared the news with the couple's kids.
That's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, but it's a great thing because your parents are going to be free and clean.
Todd Chrisley was serving 12 years, Julie 7 years.
The Vatican Postal Service releasing its first series of Pope Leo stamps. The stamps went on sale at the popular location in St. Peter's Square. Visitors and stamp collectors showed up to buy one.
Yeah, this is the country I call home, and to have our home now in Rome means a lot to me. Yeah, and to see Pope Leo today as an American was very special.
And stamps cost between $1.42 and $278. That's quite a range. So far, 390,000 stamps have been printed. We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yes, the showers are ending, and we got 70s in the forecast and a lot of 80s in the forecast, and maybe even a 90 next week. We'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Comfort, style, and savings. Come in now for the FlexSteel Spring Gallery Custom Order and Floor Sample Sale. Get 50% off select floor models and 40% off all custom orders. International Furniture, I-90, Exit 2, La Crosse.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save. Well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. Visit HometownChevy.com.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together. Big days or any other day. So much. From hot and juicy to ooey gooey to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes today
a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Comfort, style, and savings. Come in now for the FlexSteel Spring Gallery Custom Order and Floor Sample Sale. Get 50% off select floor models and 40% off all custom orders. International Furniture, I-90, Exit 2, La Crosse.
Yeah, our damp weather will continue into this evening and overnight, and even a few showers potentially tomorrow, but most areas will now are going to remain dry for Thursday and through the weekend. But that shower activity tonight is mainly north of I-90, further south some isolated activity, but a lot of areas south of I-90 will probably remain dry and just cloudy. We have the 70s coming back, low 70s on Thursday. Once again, a few showers potentially in the afternoon. We'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, mild Friday and the weekend, meaning we're going to get back on the upper 70s to low 80s. Our average around this time of year is mid to upper 70s too, and warm next week. And that means what I mentioned about a possible 90. We could see that maybe on Tuesday or a Monday, depending on how the cloud cover plays out. But definitely it's going to be a little bit of a heat wave coming here. Otherwise, for this evening, a lot of activity here. A lot of this may not be reaching the ground, and it's mostly going to be focused along the I-94 corridor as everything kind of pushes off and rotates around the low to the west, too, as you'll see. Further south, closer to low, that little activity towards Crawford County is just sitting there kind of spinning just because there's not much motion going on with it. By 7 or 8, we're still going to see a few showers here and there. Coverage-wise, it's more kind of scattered overnight going in through 10 p.m. Once again, this will not actually go away throughout the overnight hours. It just will be more widely scattered. You can see some activity there popping up just east of La Crosse. Otherwise, that shower activity will continue. The morning commute overall will look dry for, say, 90% of the area, but that could be about 10% of the area that's going to see a little bit of a shower activity going on, as you can see right there. As we go throughout the day, we're going to see decreasing cloud cover, so we'll see a little bit more sun on Thursday. With the heating, though, you'll start seeing a little bit of a pop-up shower here, especially west of the area. You'll see that activity just south of Minneapolis, and then a few showers here pop up just towards the evening north of Eau Claire. So some areas may see that, but majority of the area is going to remain dry with more sunshine going into Thursday. That activity will persist maybe to the evening hour. Tomorrow's temperatures back in the 70s for most areas, maybe getting up to the low 70s, upper 60s in a few areas, but should be warmer than you saw today, definitely. Going into Friday, we'll have decreasing clouds. Going into Friday night, we'll be back to about seasonable temperatures, which is about the low 50s. Friday, there's a cold front that's going to be sliding south, so the winds are going to be picking up, and I still can't rule out even a shower for far eastern areas with this cold front. But the big thing you'll notice in the afternoon is that northwest wind will pick up about 15 to 20 behind this cold front as it sinks basically from northeast to southwest. That'll kind of bring the temperatures down for a few areas on Saturday, mainly further north as you see Stanley, Ladysmith, Medford kind of come down a few degrees. Further south you go, there might not be much of a difference between Friday and Saturday, maybe a little bit less wind on Saturday Saturday, but for temperature-wise, there's really not much difference between the two with that cold front kind of sitting there. Sunday, we kind of flip around. The cold front gets out of here, and look at the temperatures to the west. Upper 80s. There's a few 90s to the west. We're kind of right on the edge of the 80s there, 70s further east. That's what we're going to see next week. Now, next week, we do have temperatures potentially getting up upper 80s, 90s. Now, heat risk-wise, it still remains to the south. This is basically from Monday all the way to next Wednesday. But we are going to see a series of systems come through from Tuesday to next Thursday, and there are going to be several of them that could produce some heavier amounts of rain depending how they play out. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, really. And the severe threat, potentially, we'll have to keep an eye. It's basically a low that's going to come up. We're going to have a series of waves basically come through the area from Tuesday, Thursday, and eventually getting to Friday. So we'll keep an eye on that. But for right now, as we go on, there we go, comes right back up. You can see the 8-day forecast up 88, 87 next week, and then it becomes quite active Tuesday through Thursday. The good news for the weekend, it does look dry, a few degrees warmer than we had for Memorial Day, so enjoy that. And then maybe a first taste of some heat, although the humidity doesn't look too bad Monday and Tuesday quite yet.
Okay.
But we might hit 90 for some areas. We'll see.
Very summer-like then. Yeah. Thank you, Greg. Getting sick and tired of those menial household chores?
Ahead, how a newly developed robot is helping to revolutionize how we tidy up.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
During the Memorial Day sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $500 on select Sealy adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for the best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. We're your one-stop shop for everything you need. Get truckload savings on items you need every day for everyone in your household. We have it all, from big to small and everything in between. Get the power you need with Energizer, the longest-lasting battery. Menards has the largest in-stock selection of Energizer batteries. Right now, get an 11% rebate on all Energizer batteries.
Save big money at Menards.
The results are in for the 2025 Best of La Crosse County. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to see the winners in every category. Here's one of the many businesses that won this year.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Pivot!
Shut up!
Pivot!
Shut up! Shut up!
Pivot!
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment.
Pivot in the summer, call it TNT.
Pivot! Shut up! You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem. Getting a new Jeep at Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Get employee pricing plus for a limited time only. Get your favorite Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler during the Employee Pricing Plus sales event. Employee pricing for all means anyone can get exclusive employee pricing on these new vehicles. This opportunity won't last long, so stop into Pischke Motors now. This offer ends June 2nd. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
During the Memorial Day sale at PM Sleep Center, you'll save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Hurry in early for best selection. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
If you're not exactly the tidiest person, there is a robot ready to do some chores for you around the house.
Meet TidyBot. This single-armed robot was developed at Stanford University and can assist you with common and annoying household chores. The robot uses visual modeling and AI to help its owner move items around the house and place them where they're meant to go. One researcher also said they soon hope to add a second arm to this convenient contraption, enabling it to combat even the toughest and heaviest of chores. Ooh, scrub my tub, please. I hate that part.
That's
you
very
gotta do
tedious.
it, but it's a pain.
I was trying to see what the base of the thing is, like if it's easy to move around the house or if the thing can roam by itself like a Roomba.
Yeah,
it's hard to see based on based on the video.
Well,
if you have to move the thing like a lamp, you know,
Is
kind of
that
ruins the
really
novelty
the whole
of it. If it
idea
can
of it?
roam around and then pick stuff up for you, that's
I hope
cool.
it can pick up bigger things than strawberries too. I've got like a lot of things to lift.
That's showing it can be delicate.
Right, okay, yeah. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
It's time for unbeatable Memorial Day savings at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, find great deals on supplies to kick off summer your way. Like 2 packs of Kingsford charcoal briquettes, $16.49 while supplies last. Get a free Royal Canin probiotic when you buy a 30-pound bag of Royal Canin dog food, $20 off. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on all pet supply orders of $49 or more when you order by noon. Find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
From America for America. That's what Ford and Sugarloaf Ford will do for you. Buy like an employee. Pay what I do. It's really that simple. Hi, Mike from Sugarloaf Automotive. Every truck, car, or SUV is included. And if you don't see it, I'll get it for you at no extra charge. So buy like me, the dealer. We'll see you on the sunny side of 61, Sugarloaf Automotive, Winona.
Sugarloaf Ford, Winona.
If nagging, persistent joint pain has upended your life, listen, there's a solution for long-lasting relief. No surgery, drugs, or downtime. QC Kinetics uses a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, hips, and more. QC Kinetics targets the source of your pain, not just the symptoms. Thousands of patients have experienced life-changing results, and they're right here. Find out if you're a candidate for this game-changing therapy. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
If your home is looking drab, trade it in. Trade it in. The furniture's old and yucky, trade it in. Trade it in. If you're seeking a solution, then King's your resolution. If you're tired of your look, then trade it in. Trade it in.
At King's Trade-In Sale, trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months no interest payments at the King Furniture Trade-In Sale.
All right, we definitely have showers tonight, but the rest of the forecast for the weekend is fairly dry with 80s coming back.
Sounds good. Looks good.
Looking
Feels
fantastic.
good. Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. Thanks for joining us at 5.
And hope to see you back at 6.